Chatham Journal, and I'm here at the 911 center with Mike Wright. He's the emergency communications manager. Why am I whispering? Because they're actually working. So Mike told me to use my inside voice. All right, Mike, you're the communications manager. There's also a emergency manager, management person. What's the difference between your two responsibilities?
Yeah, so two different departments housed in this new facility. We're super excited about it. You have emergency communications, so I'm the director of emergency communications, and I'm responsible for the 911 center. So the 911 center and the radio system for the whole county. The emergency management director is responsible for planning and preparing the community for disasters, hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes. So we work very closely together, but we are two separate departments. We work for our different tasks and responsibilities. I deal with the 911, so everyday emergencies, somebody calls 911, needs help, my staff are the ones that process that call and dispatch it out to the responders. The radio system is also my project. Finally got that finished up, super excited about that. That provides public safety radios to all of the emergency responders out in the community. There was a joke going on way back when we first started this project, is that you could talk to the International Space Station from Chatham County, but you could not talk to a responder across the county. So we have fixed that. We've partnered with Viper, the State Highway Patrol, and their radio system, and we've put new radios in all the law enforcement cars, all the fire trucks, all the ambulances. So that provides much needed public safety communications out in the field. So we're just super excited. My staff behind me, they process the 911 calls using protocols. They're able to give life-saving instructions to the citizens that call. We even delivered a baby just a couple weeks ago, the first baby that we delivered inside our new 911 center. So
How did that happen?
Somebody just calls and says, I'm in labor, and they just can't make it to the hospital. So we go through our instructions to deliver the baby, and everything turned out great. Healthy baby boy.
Did they name him Mike?
No, they didn't. I didn't deliver that one. Another one of my staff did. But back early in my career, I actually delivered twins over the phone. I was a call taker. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Telecommunicator working the console. And she delivered the first baby with our instructions, and we say, all right, now it's time for the next step. And she's like, no, that's another baby. I'm like, okay, let's start with instruction number 1. And we went through all the instructions, and we delivered 2 healthy babies. So the telecommunicators that work the console, they are the unseen heroes of the public safety system, because you don't see them. You only hear them. They're on the radio, they're on the phone, but they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get a lot of recognition. And we try to celebrate them, especially with this new space and the natural light and just the new facility. It's much needed for them, because they truly are the first responders of the public safety system here in Chatham County.
Harry had mentioned when I talked to him, the architect on this facility, that you folks did a study. So what are some of the things that came out of that study that you've incorporated into the 911 call center here?
It's the growth coming to the county. So the technology changes. The old facility just did not allow for adaptation to the newer technology in space, but we're also out of the physical footprint of the old facility. Just did not allow for more consoles. So now with the new facility, we're able to grow. So just like the county is growing with all the development, we have to prepare our 911 center for that growth, because as you add more police officers, as you add more deputies, more fire trucks and more firefighters and ambulances, as those agencies grow, we have to grow with it. So as the citizen or the residents and the community grows with housing, more people are going to call 911. So that's part of that study, is like, what do you need to prepare for the next 30 years?
Now, this is the Chatham County Emergency Management 911 Center, but you're not just limited to Chatham County resources. You're dealing with the municipalities and everybody else. Is
correct.
That correct?
So we are the primary 911 center for the county. So we answer all the 911 calls for both Siler City, Goldston, and for Pittsburgh, the towns. So we are the primary 911 center, and we dispatch all of those calls for those agencies. So anywhere in Chatham County, if you dial 911, you're going to get us here at the new EOC.
What are 2 or 3 things about this new center that put the biggest smile on your face?
I think it's what you can see behind me. It's the natural light. I think that's the space, the high ceilings. It's just seeing the functioning consoles and just seeing staff. As you can see behind me, you got various whiteboards that staff just start to draw on, and just that's what's put a smile on my face, is just seeing, everyone happy and working in here.
Okay, we're in the hardened part of this facility yet. I see the small windows on top, but I also see those large windows on the bottom. I assume those aren't ordinary.
They're not. They're built to withstand different items that may hit them.
All right, so when you say different things that may hit them, it sounds like this is pretty much a just about anything resistant type of facility.
Yeah, so any storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, I mean, we're built to withstand that, because in those type of situations, in those emergencies, this staff here cannot leave. You can't just abandon and get up and walk away. So they need to be able to continue answering those 911 calls, continue answering the radio traffic that's coming in during those emergencies. So yes, the windows are built to handle that threat.
You mentioned you had been a telecommunicator yourself. Can you walk us through your pathway from, hey, when you were 6 or 7 years old, did you tell mom, hey, I want to be a telecommunicator? How did you decide to become a telecommunicator, and how did you get to that point that you are, where you're running a Chatham County 911 center?
Yeah, so I started off as a firefighter at the city of Durham. My brother is a police officer for the city of Durham, and he actually just retired with 30 years. I started off as a firefighter, and then I kind of got into 911 and emergency management, first starting out in Orange County. Started back in 2001 as a telecommunicator, brand new, and then I just worked my way up. I started to progress through the career ladder, become an assistant supervisor in Orange County, working console, working the floor. Then an opportunity opened up at UNC Chapel Hill with the Department of Public Safety. I moved into management there as an assistant communications manager. Worked there for a number of years, and then in 2017, the position came open here for the director of the emergency communications of the 911 center here in Chatham County. So in 2017, I took this position. So I've been in public safety now for going over probably 25 years, but in 911 over 22 years. So.
Anything else the folks in Chatham County need to know about you and the call center here?
No, I mean, just that we're real people. We deal with emergencies every single day. It's the worst day of somebody's life when they're calling 911 sometimes, or it could be the happiest day, like delivering a baby. But we're here for them. We're often unseen. They are not recognized as much as some of the other public safety agencies, but we're here for you. We're that critical link for the community when they need us and need help to get to them.
Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.